And perfectionism doesn't really work. When we try and force it, or when we try and set everything up the way that we think it will be, so it's perfect. So this, in the midst of trying to be perfect, right, and trying to get things perfect, you then find, Virgo, over time that things cannot be perfect, because down here in the 3D, perfect doesn't exist. Viggity, 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 Virgo. Here's your reading, Virgo, for December 2019. Before we get started here, Virgo, just as a general reminder, and as always, go ahead and apply the energies and messages that resonate with you today. Apply them to where they fit, how they fit, and to whom they fit within your life. And also keep in mind, too, that the energies can kind of swap and kind of, flip around regarding the people, places, and things that, are is of your concern this month. So just go ahead and apply that resonating message to that energy as to which it corresponds to. All right, Virgo. As I was tuning into your energy, Virgo, I kind of felt like I was like depleted of my energy. So I feel, Virgo, that this month it's gonna be very important, to rest when you feel that you need to. I'm also getting here to, Virgo, with that, if it's possible, if you have to sleep or take naps during the day, just do that. Have allow rest to come into your life and into your situation right now. Interesting. Also, to Virgo, a little sentence came up that says, a gentle approach is always more effective. I'm gonna leave it at that for that one. Also, to Virgo, the time 444 came up for you, and very interesting, Virgo, too. Like Webster's dictionary, right? It defines stubborn as being unreasonably or perversely unyielding. I feel like there may be kind of some kind of unyielding energy for you this month, or very stubborn energy regarding wanting to move forward, regarding wanting to see a different outcome. Whatever the case may be, I just feel like stubborn is kind of a key word for you this month, Virgo. Okay, let's get started here. So, Virgo, for the heart of the matter here for you, you got judgment, right? It's very interesting. Virgo, I just feel this month that, there maybe has been, or there might be, or will be, a situation, Virgo, that you're dealing with regarding you kind of being very unyielding regarding your opinion about it. And possibly, Virgo, not seeing the, okay, yeah, okay. I was about to say, Virgo, not seeing the other side of the coin, but my guidance just kind of corrected me right now, and my guidance said it's not that. What it is, Virgo, it's you're not seeing other perspectives per se, Virgo, because you're a mutable sign. Virgo is a mutable zodiac sign, and with this mutability, you, Virgo, are able to make changes, and you are able to easily, or more easily, able to really, like I said, make decisions based upon things that make sense to you. That's that mutable energy where you don't get stuck between should we do it or should we not, in a sense. That's why the word stubborn came up, and I found it very interesting. But in me saying all this, Virgo, like I said, you're mutable, but things have to make sense to you in order for it to be kind of implemented by you or for you, or to find a reason, in a sense, to to change your mind, or to go a different way, or take a different road. But Virgo, it does have to make sense. I mean, I know that makes sense to you, but ultimately, Virgo, sometimes things necessarily don't always have to make sense. There's something very beautiful, Virgo, about allowing things to be what they are sometimes, and also to, Virgo, allowing, and okay, interesting, finding, Virgo, or seeing, or witnessing, and or relishing in things that are an oxymoron. It's like this, Virgo. It's like finding order in the midst of chaos, and you're good at finding that order, But sometimes, Virgo, we necessarily may not find that order unless we actually go into the situation or we move into that direction. Because the only way, Virgo, that you know how things are best handled or how effectiveness is implemented, because it's all about being efficient and being effective, but more about efficient. Yeah. Okay. The way that you can witness Virgo and implement efficiency is by going through all the different options and then or all the different possibilities and then finding the best one. So in me saying that, Virgo, finding order in that chaos is possible, but you have to go through and experience all of the options or the situations in order to find which one is most effective. You know, um, there's something here, Virgo, regarding like choosing to like sit in your misery. I hate to be so forward, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like choosing to sit in like a situation regarding like that you whatever decision you made or being too unyielding and then sitting in that type of energy and then finding, Virgo, that like if this unyielding situation or you being unyielding with this situation kind of caused you to be in isolation, that that was something that needed to happen, and that's something that I feel like in that isolation, Virgo, is when you kind of you get your clarity, you gain your clarity in those types of isolating scenarios. In me saying all that, Virgo, there's something here that's coming up regarding like realizing or recognizing the difference between pain and suffering. You know, Virgo, life is what it is. We're all going to go through pain, painful situations. People pass away. We lose jobs. Situations just maybe don't work out like we kind of planned or wanted them to, through expectation and all the sort. You can't avoid pain, Virgo. It happens, it's unavoidable. I just heard pain is a human condition. Okay. Anyway, Virgo, but what's the difference between the two? What is suffering? Virgo, I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't avoid suffering, but in a sense you can, Virgo. Because what suffering is when we dwell within that pain. Now, when we do dwell within painful situations, that's when we then have to take a look at that situation, Virgo, and really look outside the box and see what is, or take other people's perspectives, interesting, into your awareness, where then you have to go deeper, Virgo, and see what is really going on or what is at the root of that suffering. And, that's the difference I feel, Virgo, between pain and suffering. Pain's unavoidable, it's inevitable. Suffering is when we dwell within that pain because of like a deep seated pain, or because of an unresolved situation or an unresolved circumstance in our life that we haven't come to terms with and accepted. So that's the difference I feel, Virgo, between pain and suffering here. I can also see, Virgo, that what you're walking into this month or what kind of to expect is just really it's really, Virgo, just finding that you don't need, Virgo, to defend anything. You don't need to defend your truth. You don't need to defend situations, because in time will only show that as to which is worthy of being taken in, or time will just show that as to which is the truth of a situation. So in the midst of that, Virgo, there's no really need or point to defend that. Also, too, Virgo, if we feel the need to defend our truth, we don't believe our own foundational belief system, because the truth never needs defending. Also, too, with that, Virgo, what's coming through, it's like light will always be shown, and the truth will always come out, and it'll always be shown, in time. Virgo, when we feel that, like I said, when we feel the need to really defend a situation, that means then like there's something regarding it. There's a resonance back to that pain situation where when we defend it and we don't understand maybe why or the roots of it or the triggers behind it, that's when then we then can lead to suffering. It can lead to you being within that situation, of suffering. And what's really interesting too is, a lot of individuals, Virgo, they say, like, oh, Virgo, stop trying to be perfect in the perfectness and trying to be perfect. But they're missing a very interesting, point that's within the perfectionism, of the zodiac sign of Virgo. Virgo, when you're born under the sign of Virgo, sun, moon, rising, you are here, Virgo, to get back to purity. And I want to say, Virgo, what's coming through is, okay, yeah, that's true. So we have a sense, or we have an understanding, Virgo, down here in the 3D, that, purity means that things are perfect. And it's not really. Purity is all about authenticity. So in the midst of being, or trying to be perfect or get things perfect, right, Virgo, we then find that doesn't exist. And perfectionism doesn't really work. When we try and force it, or when we try and set everything up the way that we think it will be, so it's perfect. So this, in the midst of trying to be perfect, right, and trying to get things perfect, you then find, Virgo, over time that things cannot be perfect, because down here in the 3D, perfect doesn't exist. Going back to trying to find the order within the chaos, But my main point here, Virgo, is that's when we then back up from the perfectness, and then we allow authenticity to present itself through, that situation, person, place, or thing that we try to control and be perfect with, or be perfect at. That's when the purity comes out, because purity comes from no resistance. And trying to force perfectionism only breeds and brings, like control. It only brings and breeds resistance. I hope that makes sense, Virgo. See, pop out a couple cards here for you. Let's see what else comes through. Yeah, like Virgo, just really, like I said, sitting in that misery, or sitting in that not allowing or taking in other people's perspectives, even if it doesn't make sense at the time. Also, too, Virgo, like, we can't force people into believing or understanding things the way that we do, and vice versa. Because everyone has to, has their own opinion and has their own foundational belief system and truth. And that's okay. Let's see. One popped out, but I'm trying to get another one here. Let's see. Okay, doesn't want to pop out. Okay. Yeah, see the 10 of Cups here, Virgo. Yeah. Okay, interesting, Virgo. Some of you out there may believe that, everything being perfect means being happy, or perfectionism equals happiness. That may be true. Maybe, Virgo. But going back to the whole perfect and purity thing that we just, discussed, happiness is something that we don't plan for our happiness, Virgo. It's impossible to do so. We are happy within the moment, and that's also allowance too. Happiness is allowance because you choose to be happy. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, just allowance, Virgo. That's what I really feel here. And to not have it's okay. Okay, interesting. It's okay, Virgo, to have a benchmark, or to set a benchmark for situations that you may be in, or for your own moral values, That benchmark is okay, but let's not make or transform or unconsciously or subconsciously turn that that situation, that benchmark, into a judgment. Because when we judge something, it means that then we make that assumption or that judgment based upon like half truths. It's a 6 of Wands reversed here. Yeah, Virgo, it's just going back. That's interesting. If it doesn't make sense to you, then you may just be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, or that's not gonna work. Like, it may just work, Virgo. You don't know. Okay, let's see here. Or it may work for other individuals, people, places, and things, but may not work for you, and that's okay as well. But don't judge it and say it will never work based upon A, B, and C. I mean, even though, Virgo, like, let's go look around here. Usually the decisions or your opinion, that you do make is usually the best one. But that's besides the point here, Virgo. Virgo sun, right, saying that. But that's beside the point here. You get what I'm saying here. Yeah, interesting. Okay, the 9 of Swords here, exactly. Virgo, oh, interesting. Okay, Virgo, sometimes when we make a judgment on something and then it turns out to be the opposite, that's when then we feel, Virgo, like we got something wrong, and you may then kind of turn that around on yourself and then like beat yourself up because you didn't see that, or you didn't take that perspective into consideration initially before you threw doubt upon it, or before you doubted that. And then that you can then take that in very negatively regarding yourself, the way you view yourself, All right, Virgo. So I have a little here from my favorite book here, Stand Like Mountain, Flow Like Water by Brian Luke Seward. Did one of these things here, and I stopped 17 times. So whatever my eyes landed on regarding from the book, the quotes, I have all 17 here. So let's go ahead and see which one pops up for you, Virgo. Virgo, December 2019. Ooh, 2 popped out again. Interesting. Leo got 2 as well. We'll take both of them. All right, Virgo. So here's the first one. Okay. But the real question is, are we willing to step up and answer this call? The only viable answer is to wake up, get up, and show up. However, it is not in our best interest to adopt a cosmic codependency attitude in which we support the belief that someone or something will come save us at the last minute from ourselves. This we must do ourselves. We must take responsibility and be the change we wish to see in the world. God's work must truly be our own. Interesting. Let's see the other one here. Here's this one. Okay. To stand like mountain is the ability to recognize the potential of our inner resources. To flow like water is to act on this potential. Our inner resources are not gifts for a chosen few, as much as they are birthrights for everyone. Every day we are called upon to use and expand our potential by employing these inner resources. Our spiritual potential, as expressed through humor, compassion, faith, forgiveness, courage, creativity, and intuition, is like a group of instruments. Our spiritual health is demonstrated when we play these instruments. With practice, we are all capable of making beautiful music. Life may be a journey, but with God as the maestro, like the conductor in a sense, it is also a marvelous symphony. I'm gonna read that again, that end part for you, Virgo. Our spiritual health is demonstrated when we play these or those instruments. With practice, we are all capable of making beautiful music. Life may be a journey, but with God as the maestro, it is also a marvelous symphony. Interesting, Virgo. All right, Virgo, that's what I'm getting here for you for December 2019. Go to visit intuitiveperceptions.com for all of your booking, services, needs. Also, too, you can contact me and get a hold of me on Facebook Messenger. All of those links and everything of the sort regarding that is in the description box below. All right, Virgo, be good. Don't be unyielding. I'll leave you off here, Virgo, and we'll see you next month, okay? And as always, Virgo, God bless and love and light.